Prime Minister Modi participated in the Parakram Diwas program in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands via video conferencing. Addressing the event, Prime Minister said that the glorious history of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands should have been preserved. He alleged that leaders of that time were insecure and wanted to give credit for India's freedom to only one family. He also said that due to this political greed, the nation's history was neglected. In fact, let's listen in.
मुझे याद है साल 2018 में जब इस महान घटना के 75 साल हुए थे, तब 30 दिसंबर के ही दिन मुझे अंडमान में उसी स्थान पर तिरंगा फहराने का सौभाग्य मिला था। राष्ट्रगान की धुन पर, समंदर के तट पर, तेज हवाओं में लहराता वो तिरंगा जैसे आह्वान कर रहा था कि देखो आज कितने अनगिनत स्वतंत्र सेनानियों के सपने पूरे हुए।
Shikha Salaria, my colleague, with us on the phone line. Shikha, the Prime Minister, of course, so once again targeting the Congress party and, of course, the Gandhi family in this statement.
Yes, clearly, Vinny, the Prime Minister has once again taken pot shots at the Congress. Indirectly, not naming the Congress, but clearly his hint was towards the Congress when he said that previously only it was all about one party and one family's greed, and leaders of that time were insecure, and which is why they wanted to credit only one family for the country's freedom. And due to this political greed, the nation's history was neglected. And in fact, he also went on to say that the glorious history of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, which has been, the center point of such a huge historical event, should have been preserved. But his allegation has been that it has not been preserved, and it was under the NDA and the BJP that the history of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands has been preserved. And he's also targeted the Congress for the political greed that he's terming as, and clearly saying that the particular area, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, which have such a huge space in Indian history, continue to be neglected under the Congress regime, and that's why he targeted the Congress and said that it was actually...
Right, Shikha, stay with us. In fact, while addressing the Parakram Diwas, Prime Minister Modi also said that the government is working towards making India's defence sector self-reliant, following the vision of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. He also said that earlier India was largely dependent on importing weapons from other countries, and today he said India's defence exports have crossed 23,000 crores, reflecting major growth in the sector. In fact, let's listen into what he said.
शाश्वत पुरुष लेफ्टिनेंट आर माधवन जी 23 जनवरी की ये गौरवशाली तारीख नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस की जन्मजयंती, नेताजी का पराक्रम, उनका शौर्य, आज की ये तारीख हमें प्रेरणा भी देती है, हमें नेताजी के प्रति श्रद्धा भाव से भी भरती है। साथियों, बीते वर्षों में
All right, Shikha, my colleague, still with us. In fact, Shikha, the Prime Minister is saying a lot. He's talking about India's Atmanirbharta once again.
Clearly, the Prime Minister has reiterated his promise and the BJP government's promise of making India self-reliant, that is Atmanirbhar, at least in the defence sector. Today is a very crucial day for Indians. Today happens to be the birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, who the architect of the army that time. And clearly what we're witnessing here is that the PM, along with giving a tribute to Netaji, has also reiterated that it was Netaji's belief and it was his dream to ensure that India is self-reliant. Netaji was one of the most important freedom fighters of his time, and it was his initiative that India sort of looked at itself as an independent nation, dreamt of an independent India, and Netaji has to him that huge credit. So clearly the Prime Minister linking Netaji's vision with the vision of the government, vision of his government, and saying that he and the government promises the country to make it self-reliant, at least in the defense sector. And he's also mentioned the growth of the defense
All right,
sector of
Shikha,
India.
appreciate you joining us.